Hi, welcome to yet another episode of the Stitious Podcast. You're joined by your host, Tash.
And your co-host, Connor.
Hello, welcome everybody. So to everyone who's been listening so far, we just want to say thank you again for listening, supporting us, interacting with us on social media. And if you're new around here, hello, this is Stitious Podcast, where we talk about things that are a bit suspicious, a little bit superstitious, or just a little bit weird and wacky.
Yeah, so if you are new to us, go check out our previous episodes where we've talked about mermaids, unicorns, vampires, ghosts. And if this is the type of stuff you like, keep on listening. We got more coming.
Mm-hmm.
So today, what we have for you is Genies.
Bum, bum, bum.
Or more, well, I wouldn't say better known, but better known to some, Djinn.
Djinn. Yeah, Djinn.
It's like, that's where the idea of genies actually come from, is djinns.
Which came first, the Djinn or the genie?
The Djinn did.
That's crazy.
Hey, it's the westernization.
It really is. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, let's start off where we start off. Believer or non-believer?
Weirdly, I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in genies.
So
Djinn.
This is, for those of you who are just joining us, this has been the track record for Connor so far. Doesn't believe in ghosts.
Nope.
Did you believe in vampires? I can't remember.
No, I don't believe in
Doesn't
vampires.
believe in vampires. Believes in unicorns. Don't listen to what he says. He says he doesn't, but he does.
Yes. I believe a unicorn could have existed.
And believes in...
Believe in mermaids.
Believe in mermaids?
Yes.
And genies.
And genies, yeah.
Okay. You're on like a great track record at the moment. I love it.
It's sporadic.
You got to be diverse, I suppose. Diversify your portfolio.
What were you? You were...
I
believed
was
in mermaids.
Pro mermaids. Well, I
Vampires.
say believe, not pro, because, I think they're scary.
Murderers.
Vampires, no. Cannibals, yes. Unicorns, no. Hard no. Sorry to all the burning out there.
Ghosts.
Ghosts was a yes. I have personal experiences.
And where do you stand on Djinn?
Djinn, ooh. I'm a bit torn. I'm undecided.
Ooh,
I know it's a fact.
okay.
It's an undecided. I don't know. I don't
See, I feel like after doing research, my thoughts on Djinn have maybe been pushed more towards the belief.
So maybe my meter will change now. It will go from...
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be very, very different. Like, apparently, Djinn have, roots in the Quran, the Muslim Bible.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that. That's wild.
Oh my God, okay. I'm really interested now. Bring it on. Especially during Ramadan.
Oh my God, yeah. It is Ramadan, isn't it?
Yeah. For those taking part and doing their thing.
You're better than I.
You're, shout outs to you. And yeah, I hope everything's going well and you're feeling more cleansed and better by the day.
And have a blessed Ramadan.
Yeah.
So yeah, in case you didn't know what genies / Djinn, I'm going to call them Djinn because that's the proper name.
It's the OG.
Yeah. So Djinn are, well, depending on who you ask, the magical beings that have the ability to grant wishes.
Okay.
They have different sorts of powers. They can shapeshift, they can fly. It varies.
Okay.
It varies. But
do they have to be able to fly or shapeshift in order for them to be considered Djinn?
that's part of them. That's just, it comes naturally to them.
Interesting.
Yeah. And, well, I'll get into it a bit more further, but the only genies, the idea of genies live in the bottle. I thought they all lived in, the bottle they got trapped,
I'm a genie,
But apparently they just chill. They can be looking just like us, humans, passing as humans. They can be rocks, they can be scorpions. They just...
Rocks?
Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says.
Imagine accidentally kicking a rock and it's like, hey, you want to make a wish?
They don't really like to give wishes. Apparently, they hate humans.
It's your one job. How do you suck at your one job?
It's not even their job. Hey, if I had the ability to grant wishes, that doesn't mean I should be going around granting wishes.
So, so they have the ability to, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to.
Yeah.
I thought it was like an itch, where it's like, I must use my power. No? Damn. Okay.
I'll tell you all
Then
about
why
it.
would they let us know this information? Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but if I'm a Djinn and I'm chilling and I have the capabilities of granting wishes, and I don't want to do it because I hate humans, why would I let them know that, hey, I can grant you a wish? I would keep it a secret.
Yes and no. There's two types of jinn.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Quran,
Yeah.
jinn are considered to be sort of like, well, there's some that are like angels and some that are like demons. So it said the evil ones are the ones that have rejected the teachings of Allah, and they hate humans. They see themselves as superior. So all they want to do is mess with humans the entire time. They cause health scares. They haunt people. They can even possess people. You don't want to trifle.
Yeah, no.
But then there's some good ones that just want to see, well, help and benefit humans, and then they grant them wishes to help them out.
So they're very much like angels and demons, basically.
Sort of. But I think from what I read, they were considered more like demons because the Quran has their ideas of angels already.
Well, let's dive into the research. I've already got loads of questions, as you can see. Let's get into it and find out what's going on.
Let's go for it. So, jinn are supernatural beings with roots in ancient Mesopotamia legends. Jinn are, however, not the lamp-dwelling, wish-granting, benevolent servants that Westerners know from popular culture. Their precise beginnings are unclear. They are mentioned multiple times in the Quran. Muhammad's teaching said the jinn were created of smokeless fire and humans were made from clay.
Smokeless fire.
Smokeless fire.
And the humans were made of clay. That's so beautiful.
I know, right?
My goodness.
It's like so poetic.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Jinn are taken seriously and regarded as real, tangible beings by a large segment of the world's population. They often appear humanoid or even human, but possess amazing powers we lack. They can change their shapes, they can fly through the air, and they can even render themselves invisible to the naked eye.
It's hard to catch something that's invisible, isn't it? There we go again.
There we go again.
I'm trying to...
Oh my God, yeah. No, I think it was unicorns. We said that unicorns could be invisible.
Oh,
this is
right,
one of these secret powers because you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Because they're invisible. So with the bargaining, while some through the ages have tried to bargain with them, to do so is always a dangerous gamble, since they are notorious tricksters who for the most part do not like humans. They dwell in abandoned buildings, in the deserts and forests, even in rocks, statues, jewelry, and other physical items. So I guess that's where maybe the idea of them being trapped and things come from.
But then how would they get trapped in there, though?
Well,
like a spell?
Apparently, Solomon, he had like a special ring and he was able to trap them in jars and stuff.
Damn.
So there is ways to trap them, apparently. So in case you are ever attacked by a jinn, this is what you need to know.
Okay.
So they're apparently...
Hang on. How would I even get to the point where the jinn's coming for me?
I don't know.
How do you piss off a jinn?
Kicking the rocks.
Wait.
Yeah, you don't know. They could just pop up and be like, I don't like the way you look. Bam.
What the hell? Okay, tell me how to prepare.
There's also people that try and summon jinns to get wishes. I tried to look for like some rituals and some summoning, but they were trying to make me pay, so I feel like that was fake. But there is one, it wasn't completely, I don't know, it just seemed so simple. Where it was like, you have to meditate and get yourself into a state of mind where you're in like a trance, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's so simple, isn't it?
Well, it's simpler than, I don't know, getting the bones of things and then lighting it on fire and whoosh, you know, like supernatural, it just appears in front of you.
I suppose.
But apparently you're supposed to get into a trance-like state where you're in between sleep and awake. And then it said that it just appears. I think you have to will it to appear. And then you say your wish. And then if it's a good one, your wish might come true. If it's a bad one, run. There was like this whole forum, right? It was so funny. This guy was like, oh, is there any like way to summon jinns?
Yeah.
And there was like this whole essay that was like, I don't know, 2-3 pages long. And you did get halfway through it and it's like, I personally don't know how to do it, but you should not do it. You should not one bit. I am telling you right now, if you do come across this, run. He 100% believed he was going to die.
It's such a gamble. Like, are you for real? People who are doing this, because, you know, there's people who will be trying. Yeah. There's no guarantee you're going to summon a good one. Yeah, and you have to be what? Ready? Shoelaces tied, ready to like run in case, you know, it pops up and it's like, who the hell do you think you are? And then you're like, damn, boom. And how do you outrun something that has magic like that? It would just fly to you like, what's up? What's up, dog? What, you think you're gonna try and outrun me? Ha, cool, ha, hoo.
Well, you can fight back with salt and iron, apparently, which is the same as, like, ghosts.
In Supernatural.
Well, in life as well.
Is it? I think Supernatural might have lied to us on this one.
Nah. Supernatural.
Remember, I did the whole ghost research. There was never a point where they were like, use salt or iron to get rid of ghosts. It was use a trap. It was different types of traps.
Oh my God, the knife thing.
Yeah. It was like exorcisms in the name of the Lord, in the name of Christ, the power of Christ compels you. Yeah, it was stuff like that. It was never like, oh, use iron, or it was always like prayers or ghost traps.
Oh yeah, you have to say Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I don't think salt and iron. It's not definite.
Well, it works on Djinns.
Oh, well, yeah, on Djinns. Hell yeah, let's go, rock and roll.
In some places, Djinns are so feared that merely calling them by their name risks retribution. So euphemisms are used instead. So we could be tempting fate right now by just saying...
No, we never said the name of any of them.
The name Djinn.
No.
We'll just call them he who should not be named.
You can't do that. We've said it too much now. One should have appeared.
Well, we don't believe in the Muslim faith.
Speak for yourself. I believe parts of it.
Well, I feel like everyone believes part of it. You have to believe the whole thing.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have the power to summon. Well, I don't want to summon them. Let's make that clear. I don't have iron or salt in hand, and I'm not wearing shoes right now. I'm not ready to run.
If you could have unlimited wishes.
No. You're taking it as you could have unlimited wishes, or you could get killed. That's it.
That's life right now.
One or the other. It's not guaranteed.
It's like playing Euro Millions.
No, it's not.
If you don't play the Euro Millions...
If you don't win the Euro Millions, you're not going to die, are you? Otherwise, many people would be dead right now. If you don't win, you don't die. You just don't win. Whereas in this case, if you don't win, you die.
You got me there. But, like, let's say I'm living on the streets and this is my last resort.
Yeah.
I'm willing to risk it.
If you're living on the streets, sure. But you're not living on the streets.
That's another thing. They
live on the streets?
Well, no, there's not a limit to the amount of wishes you can get from them. I guess
really?
It depends.
So the 3-wish thing is a lie?
That's a lie. I thought it'd be like an interesting story behind it of like why it's 3 wishes. Because there's like what is it? Oh wait, no, they never explain why it is the 3 wishes in like Aladdin or that one.
It was like a curse. I think it's basically like a curse that's been placed on the genies, the ones that live in the bottles, and they have to get the 3 wishes granted in order for them to be free from the lamp and basically become like gain their freedom.
That's what it was in 1,000 Years of Longing or whatever it was with Idris Elba.
With Idris Elba, yeah.
But in
that's what
Aladdin,
I thought.
In Aladdin, he just goes back in. I swear, he never said that he would become free. He had to get a wish to be free. Otherwise, he'd just go back in the lamp.
Didn't he have to have a master in order for him to be out of the lamp constantly?
Yeah, but he only gets the 3 wishes, so then he wouldn't be the master anymore. That's an interesting one.
Don't know. It is weird, yeah. I thought that was the whole thing, 'cause that's how I've always heard it, when it was like the 3 wishes, and after that they become free, and then they like can leave, and like, yeah.
Ooh, what would be your 3 wishes?
That's a great question.
That's a hard question.
Great question.
I feel like your 3 wishes always change depending on where you are in life as well.
I'm not gonna lie. Like my 3 wishes would be quite basic. I think I would. Yeah, world peace is obviously the one.
Well, you gotta be careful with world peace.
Why?
Well, because
get rid of everyone?
They're tricksters.
I know they're tricksters.
There's an episode of X-Files.
Yeah.
Where he meets a Djinn. And he asks for world peace, and she gets rid of everyone on the planet, so it's just him, so the world is at peace.
Well, if that's done, then that's done, isn't it?
So imagine you do that.
I'm just kidding.
On like your 3rd wish, and you're screwed. Like,
okay, this would be my wish. Nuclear weapons, I want them all disappeared. Gone. They disappear. I want there to never have been knowledge, or ever will be knowledge of how to create it.
That's dangerous. Because it would get rid of nuclear power plants.
I said nuclear weapons.
Yeah, but I don't know which one came first.
Because in my head, I'm thinking it this way. You can have an item. For example, let's take a knife. You can have a knife, right?
Used for cooking.
But you can also use it as a weapon, yes. But if you don't ever have the knowledge of ever being able to be like, I can use this as a weapon, then it will never turn into a weapon.
See, but eventually someone will be like...
That's why I said that. Get rid of them. They disappear. The knowledge of them ever existing as use of weapons disappearing, and the knowledge of them ever being able to be created now or in the future, that knowledge wiped away. Let's go. It's gone.
Is that all 3 wishes? Or is that
That's
the
one wish. That's my one wish. Those are my terms and my conditions.
So yeah.
How they will manipulate that to change, I don't know.
Okay, solid one. Solid.
Second one, I would want this is so hard. This is so difficult. But I would say that everywhere, every country, ever on this planet is going to be a democracy. I would get rid of the idea of dictatorships. That doesn't exist anymore. And every 5 years, there will be an election held.
It's normally 4 years.
Country. I'm going to do 5, just to be generous, for those who aren't used to democracy. Do you know what I mean? Every 5 years, there will be an election.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your third and final wish?
My third and final wish would be...
So far, it's been everything for the world. You're not going to get anything for yourself? I feel like I'm just going to be selfish here because I know...
No, it's because, like, I'm thinking about it in terms of, like, if I had the power to, like, drastically shift things, like, with no limitations, I want to shake up the world.
That's fair. That's fair.
It might be my villain origin, but I don't care. And then my third wish would be, my God.
While you think on that, do you want to hear my wishes?
Yeah.
So my first one's going to be a little bit selfish.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be that any trousers that I have with pockets, if I go to reach into that pocket, I can pull out anything I want.
Okay.
So if I want some money,
Yeah.
money. iPod.
Yeah.
Glasses. Because, I don't know, I feel like that would be cool.
Mm-hmm. I respect that, yeah.
Thank you. My second one has changed because it's going to be a humble one because you have humbled me. It's going to be that if anyone tries to kill someone intentionally, it will flip back on them and they will be the one that gets killed. So you can't murder anyone.
But what if someone's like breaking into your house and then you're like, oh my God, self-defense. And then you go to try and kill them and then you end up killing yourself.
Too late. I've made the wish. I'm sorry.
My God.
I'm sorry, my guy.
Oh my God. Oh no.
You just have to.
Oh my God.
Well, maybe I didn't think it all the way through. Well, the intent was there. I was trying to help people.
That's fine. You know what? I respect it. Respect that. You know, it will have very weird consequences, but it's fine.
My third one is, I don't know, something to do with money, but not there being money. Where instead of like you have to pay for things will go into like trading. So
you want to take it back, back to the times.
Where I got chickens. You want a chicken? I'll give you a chicken. You give me a cow or something. I don't know. You want some eggs? I got some eggs. You give me some oranges.
Yeah, I do. Like I was gonna say, miss that as if I was ever there. But it's communism.
Yeah, I want it to be more togetherness rather than...
Yeah.
Because I was speaking with someone about flights today. Mm-hmm. How everything stayed exactly the same, apart from luggage has got smaller.
Yep.
And prices have gone up.
Absolutely.
It's just...
Seats have become more uncomfortable and squashed together.
You're just losing money for the same thing. So I want to go back to where people are just nice to each other. You give someone, you say, man.
The thing about England that I really hate is like that sense of community is really gone. Like particularly when you live in cities, you don't really know your neighbors. Do you know what I mean? Like in Zim, I could just when I've been saying Zim, it has been brought to my attention.
You know who you are.
People may not know what I'm talking about. When I say Zim, I'm referring to Zimbabwe, the country in Africa. Zim is just what people say as like a shortcut because it's quite a long name for a country. Anyway, back in Zim, you could go to your neighbor and be like, hey, I'm running out of sugar. Can I have some sugar? Or, hey, I've grown like these plants, these vegetables, and I've got quite a bit. If you want some, have some. Hey, could you watch my child? I'm just going to go to like the store or something, or even they could come up to you, your child, and be like, oh, can you go and buy this from me from the store? Do you know what I mean? It was kind of like a big thing where you had, you know, people knew each other, they would talk to each other, they had relationships. My third wish, right? I would change the way that the UN is run.
God damn, so you're just so, you're getting political. You're
If I'm making wishes for the world. No, because this will, it does come from a selfish place as well. Because this would essentially mean that, like, it would take care of everyone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, if I wished for money, I feel like the way I already stress out now about money is that I don't even have money, but I get stressed out about it. I can only imagine if I actually had it, I'd be like, oh,
hey,
wow.
With my magic pockets.
That's true. I think, because we have the human rights laws, right? Yeah. They're there. But I feel like it's not being enforced properly.
Okay.
Yeah. We would rewrite them to include things that people need as human beings. And they would have to be like properly enforced to make sure that children are fine and they're not getting dragged into any nonsense, any like crap.
Hitting people with more empathy.
Exactly. Like people aren't breaking the laws and like doing all this stuff just to hold people more accountable, especially people that we've put in charge to take care of a country.
Yeah, I respect that.
They need to be held accountable for the things that the people are going through. Those would be my goals, my wishes. My wishes.
No, all we have to do is get a Djinn.
We do. But it could also kill us. So run away. Okay, because my wishes were quite serious. If I did have like one wish, that would be like a bit silly. Well, it's not silly, but I think it'd be a bit chaotic. I would give every human being on the planet 2 reset buttons on their lives. Not in terms of like, oh, your whole life will change. But in terms of like living, you basically get 2 lives like a video game. And you choose when to like hit it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it'll reset your... So, like, for example, you could be like, I've just been diagnosed with a terminal illness. You could choose to fight it and be like, you might survive, you might not. Or you could be like, I've got 2 more chances, reset.
So would you go back to when you were born or where you weren't?
It would take you back to, we'll say, where you want. But it doesn't mean if you're, like, old, like, let's say you're 90... It doesn't mean that suddenly you're going to look like you did when you were 20. You're going to look the same as you do, but your internal organs will be the only things that are reset, and your like body will be reset.
Oh, so it's a body reset.
It's a body reset, not a life reset. So your body will go back to the health and the feeling that it was at that time. So you still look the age that you are, but you could be like, oh my God, my knee. I've just broken my knee. Reset. I want the knee I had when I was like 12, and then boom, you're there. But you
I guess that's good 2. Because it wouldn't mess with anyone else's life.
Yeah.
No butterfly effects.
You get 2 of those. And if you've donated organs, it doesn't count. That organ would not reset for you. As soon as it's out of the body like that, you've lost your reset power, unfortunately.
Just for the organ?
Just for that organ, yeah.
Fair enough. I like that. Yeah, solid.
Like your body will like do its thing, but it won't like suddenly regrow another organ or whatever.
Has limits.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be kind of cool, you know? Because you'd be like, it's time then.
I'm glad you didn't say unlimited wishes. Otherwise, I would have had to slap you.
I hate those people. Like, be more original, you know?
There's like a comedian that's like, don't wish for unlimited wishes. Wish for unlimited genies.
Although, the jinns that I've heard of are like tricksters, right?
Yeah.
When people have wished for unlimited wishes, they get turned into a jinn.
I haven't heard that.
Oh my God, yeah. So they're like, oh, I want unlimited wishes. And it's like, okay. And then it turns you into a jinn.
So you have to give unlimited wishes.
Exactly. And you have to give other people the
tricksters. Tricky.
Exactly. So be careful what you wish for.
With those reset buttons, it's just going to reset you to like a child's body. So you have like tiny organs and you can't breathe enough and you just...
Oh my God. God.
But yeah, the idea of the 3 wishes, it just comes from a story, a fairy tale. Yeah, it was from The Ridiculous Wishes, or The 3 Ridiculous Wishes, a French literary fairy tale by Charles Perrault in 1697. There's also another one from the film Thief of Baghdad, is one of the first examples where the genie is freed by Abu and they make 3 wishes, one of them being for sausages.
Wow.
Yeah. For sausages.
That's crazy.
Jinns in the Muslim religion. So like I said, they're considered wind and fire spirits. They're invisible to humans in their pure form, but can take forms as they please to suit their needs. Jinn, just like people, can be good or evil. They are born, grow up, marry, have jobs, raise families, live in their own communities, and die just like us, give and take a few millennia. Yeah, I know. It is a big...
So it's not just like us.
Jinn predate the creation of Islam. The creatures are referred in the Quran, the Muslim holy book, not as metaphors, but as instead as real entities whose existence is taken for granted.
This is what I mean, man. Like, you can't just be going up to someone. I said this is what I mean. I never said this. You can't just be going up to someone and being like, give me my wish, dummy.
I don't think I would do that to anyone.
No, but like, you get what I mean, right? Like,
go to a witch, give me a wish, you dummy.
Dummy. Time's up. Time's ticking. Give me my more wishes.
So, Jinn share many traits with angels, fairies, ghosts, and other supernatural creatures. Many Muslims believe in the literal existence of jinns, just as many Christians believe in the literal existence of angels. Just as Christian theologies have long debated the nature of angels, Muslim theologies have long debated the nature of jinns, whether they have physical bodies, where they live, and how they interact with us, and so on. So you could have friends that are just jinns you'd never even know. They'd just be really... You know those people that are just so blessed in life? I bet.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. I love those people, though. You can't even hate them. They're always so lovable. Like, every time you just kind of are just like, it's just a ray of sunshine, aren't you?
I'm jealous of them. They just look like...
Of course.
They look like the sun. Do you know what I mean? They're just radiant. They're just there smiling.
Even the way they walk.
Help but just love them. They're just such nice people as well. They're never like dicks.
No, they never are. And I don't think they ever could be. Because even when they're like, say something that if someone else said it, you'd be like, that's rude. You just laugh. You're like,
you just know.
You're right.
Yeah, you know
that's that. Hun.
But like spirits and demons, jinn are said to be able to possess humans with similar... Humans? Blah, blah. Like spirits and demons, jinns are said to be able to possess humans with similar symptoms, including seizures, violence, and speaking unknown tongues.
Oh dear!
So your exorcism, that could have been a jinn. You don't even know for sure. No. You should have been giving wishes to your to your family, but they had to get rid of them.
Don't. That's scary. Oh dear. Wait, is that what was happening in Constantine? Oh no.
Oh no, that was the demon. Yeah.
I feel like I bring that up in every episode we've done. I'm like,
lie to
is that what was happening in Constantine?
Constantine, the movie and the TV show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Great,
Love it.
right? Great.
Great.
Absolutely.
Making the second one, Keanu Reeves. Cinema.
Keanu.
I'm going to plug it right now. Go to the cinema to watch Constantine 2 because Constantine 1 is so amazing.
Maybe they'll do a Djinn.
Ooh, maybe. So just as in Catholic exorcisms, they read passages from the Bible, in this case the Quran, to expel the jinn from the body.
Expelliarmus.
Exactly, but reading more.
Reading.
Despite Allah demanding they show fealty to Adam, the first human, a jinn in particular, named Ilbis, viewed himself as superior to the human made of dirt. I know when we say clay, it's a lot better, but you say made of dirt.
Wow.
It's like, okay, calm down, buddy. He defied Allah, and this supreme leader of jinn set about luring humans to the dark side. In some lore, Iblis is also known as Shaitan.
Satan.
Shaitan. It's spelled with an SH. Which has led to parallels being drawn between jinns and demons or Satan.
Satan.
Ew.
Ew. Oh, you should have been like, wait, what's Satan?
Iblis and his cohorts' defiance of Allah led to them being banished, but given until Judgment Day to make amends.
Yeah, he's
a
forgiving God.
Yeah, because I was reading about Ramadan, and during Ramadan, they're encouraged to give money to just charity.
I mean, Yeah, fair. Wow. Purified.
Purified.
Take part. Oh my goodness. No, I can't.
I know what you mean. The Quran just sounds... Well, it's got some similarities to the Bible.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more about giving and being
Yeah.
nice. Also, with the exorcisms, this part, not... I know we just said that it's a lovely religion. I forgot about this part.
Oh God. Give it to me.
So, it's kind of funny, but it's not.
Oh dear.
It's not.
And it's never good when you say that.
It's so do you know I said you read the Bible, well, the Quran, and it expels them. Or more rarely, physically beating the jinn out of them.
Stop it.
You have to forehand.
Stop it.
It's not to like actually beat up the person. It is said that they believe the pain is not felt by the person who the jinn occupies, but the jinn themselves. The Arabs of pre-Islam invented a whole set of exorcism procedures to protect themselves from the evil actions of the jinn on their bodies and minds, such as the use of beads, incense, bones, salt, and charms written in Arabic. So yeah, they would just form a circle and start beating you.
Could you imagine, like, because you know when like someone accuses you of something and it's really hard once they accuse you and
It's really, I'm a jinn guy.
I'm not a jinn, guys, please. And they're like, that's exactly what a jinn would say. They're all coming for you and like, please. And your cry sounds get worse. So they're like, the jinn's coming now. Oh my God.
Although, to be fair, that's better than being accused of a witch, where they would just burn you.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
be like, oh
guess
you
you
died,
weren't a
you weren't drown you.
You drowned. I guess you weren't a witch. Too bad. You didn't realize before.
This is just a good old-fashioned being.
But what if they believe the jinn hasn't come out? Do you think they'd take breaks? Get a bit tired beating you up.
Oh, but it's like in Futurama when he has to cry the water guy out and they're just like punching him and kicking him.
Oh my God. Jesus. That's funny.
So yeah.
Funny, it's sad.
It's a nice culture, but you know, some of us lead astray sometimes, you know.
Just don't get possessed by a jinn. Imagine you're like just misspeak and say something and it sounds like you're speaking tongues and you're with your Muslim friend and then they just slowly turn to look at you. Like, my guy, what'd you say? They should have started beating up Jesse and Nelson and then that bit. Just to like, what did you say? We said do a Jamaican accent. What was that? Sounding a bit sus. Bit jinn-like.
Beautiful. But going on to a good part of jinns, they're said to be like muses. So they would like inspire artists and musicians and creators.
I'll just picture her as like, we are the muse, you know, from Hercules.
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there would be like some Arabic literature where sometimes they would tribute their verses to the jinn. Like, thank you, jinn. Blessed me.
That's cute.
It is cute.
Gotta give him a shout out, you know.
So the Quran states that Allah created three types of being from three substances. The humans that were made from earth, angels made of light, and then the jinn made of smokeless fire. There are said to be 5 categories of jinn. 2 of the best known are the shaitan and the ifrit, both of which are said to be evil.
Satan.
So I went searching for some real life stories of jinn, see if there was any out there. There's apparently some cases.
Go on.
So I'll go to some of the stories that have been mostly said. Then there's some like modern day ones.
Yeah.
So according to law, some jinn want to do their own thing and have no interest in humans, and others get their kicks out of hanging around humans. Like I said, they like to either help them or, you know, slap them in the face.
Fair.
So one of the most notable stories involving jinn comes from the Testament of Solomon. So do you know how I said earlier about Solomon had the ring?
Yeah.
And could command the jinn? So the story dates back to as early as the 1st century, and according to the tale, a demon named Ornius runs afoul of Solomon, who is gifted with the ring bearing the seal of God, a pentagram. The magic ring allows Solomon to control demons, and he uses it to compel Ornius, Beelzebub, and other demons to build fortresses and monuments. Within the Quran, these demons are instead said to be Jinn, and it's said that Solomon even commanded some with his large armies. So he got them to fight with him.
Oh,
Take people
God.
around.
Oh dear. Because as soon as they're released, like, they're just going to come for you, dog.
Yeah, so Solomon is actually the guy that was in 1,000 Years of Longing.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that was Solomon, wasn't it? Because he had the ring, and then, in case you haven't seen it, skip 5 seconds ahead, but he traps Idris Elba in the jar. So it was,
Oh, yeah.
because he's with the love and
Yeah.
he's hanging and watching. King Solomon was known to have a surplus of jars filled with Jinn. Further, in the tale The Fisherman and the Jinn, an elderly fisherman is having quite the rough time on the water when he calls upon God for assistance. His net snags a copper jar topped with a seal of Solomon. When the fisherman opens it, smoke pours out and becomes a Jinn. So this is another famous story that's written. So he pops out the jar, the Jinn does, not the man, and he is pissed. He's pissed. The Jinn claims to have been trapped by Solomon and initially thinks the fisherman is the king. When the man convinces the entity he is a mere peasant, the Jinn reveals the plan he hatched during the imprisonment. For the first 200 years, he planned to shed wealth on whoever freed him. That's nice. But no one came. During the 3rd century, he decided to grant his liberator 3 wishes, but no one came. And 400 years in, he decided he'd just kill whoever found him, but he had let them choose the form of their death.
Oh, but I would put you back in the jar.
Right? Imagine hearing this. Like, you open the jar, someone's like, oh, he's going to give me wealth. Oh, he's going to give me 3 wishes. And then suddenly he's starting to tell you that he's going to kill you.
But like, not even that. Imagine just being like, oh, wow, it must be really bad for you being trapped in there. Here you go, you freedom. And they're like, no, I will kill you. And you're like, what? Just go. Why do you have to kill me? Just leave.
You're free. Go.
Yeah, go, please. And they're like, no, I made up my mind about 300 years ago. You're like, what the hell? Damn.
But thankfully, the fisherman tricks the Jinn back into the bottle using some Superman Mixicabilis level of misdirection. So desperate to be let out again, the Jinn tells the fisherman a story and eventually guides him to a pond with excellent fish and helps the man marry into the Sultan's family via his daughters.
Do you let the Jinn go?
It doesn't say.
Oh.
That's how the story ends. Well, what I found says the story ends.
Because something similar happened in the Idris Elba one, didn't it? Where he gets trapped or something.
Yeah, because when he got trapped, to be able to go back to his world, he has to get rid of the 3 wishes.
Yeah.
It's like a thank you sort of thing.
So what was it? He got trapped somewhere and he kept trying to get people to notice him, but they just couldn't. Was it under the things?
Oh, under the, yes.
Yeah.
He was under the board, like in the castle.
Yeah.
He was trapped under the floorboard and he was trying to get the kid to come over.
Yeah.
In an itty bitty, teeny, tiny little living space. Imagine, I get claustrophobic. So,
Yeah.
So, some real examples of Jinn's mischief. So, Jinn are sometimes blamed for unexpected minor house scares, accidents, and misfortune. So, when you have like that walking down the street, you just trip over nothing. When you start coughing or choking on air, it's Jinn.
Exactly.
Could be. Or just another trickster that's messing with you. So, for example, in the 2000s, teachers at an all-girls school in the Saudi Arabian city of Jeddah began having mysterious fits and seizures. Though doctors attribute the incident to mass hysteria, a mild and harmless form of social contagion and psychological suggestion. So it's like you implant the thought on people. Many believe that the Jinn haunted the school and were to blame for the attack.
I feel like I heard this.
Back in the 2000s. There was another one in 2015.
I watched like a video about it on YouTube.
That might be the 2015 one. So this is another town. So in May 2015, 9 elementary and middle school students at a girls' school in South Medina, Saudi Arabia, claimed that jinns had made them feel unwell, causing episodes of fainting and spasms. Nearly 200 of their classmates refused to attend the school for 2 days while medical authorities searched for an explanation. Belief in the fire spirit is so common among elected officials in the Middle East. In 2011, nearly 24 associates of Iranian President Mohammed Ahmadinejad were accused of summoning Jinn to attack political enemies. One man, Abbas Ghaffari, was reportedly accused of summoning a Jinn who caused a heart attack in one of his rivals. Now, 200 students. That's a lot of...
It's a lot.
I don't know, because there is that episode of House where everyone on the plane gets sick because they believe... Show. Yeah, but that's like... I feel like it must be a good example of what it's like.
Yeah.
It's not called mass hysteria for nothing.
You do need the mass.
You get that itty-bitty hysteria. That's fine.
Damn.
But 200 students having spasms of
a politician summoning.
See, this is...
We're not going to talk about that. We just glossed over it. Like, I know the children part's crazy, but imagine... Well, politics, man.
Yeah, because in X-Files, there's like pictures of the genie that he was speaking to with like Stalin.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like one of the reasons for his downfall, because he was like wishing for things. And she was like, she's a trickster. So she was messing with him. I can see like political rivals doing it. They're the type of people that would summon something.
Trump would definitely.
He probably did. Do you know how like in Aladdin, he was like a sultan, but it was just the appearance. That's literally Trump. Literally, Trump is the appearance of someone that should have money.
Satan.
And he's just broke.
Broke bitch.
Little broke bitch. Some Islamic scholars agree that jinn are capable of possession. Others do not. Still, in both the past and present, stories of these possessions by jinn are not hard to find. One girl claimed a bully at her boarding school nearly choked when her tongue swelled up after she broke another student's necklace. The student in question then began speaking in a male voice, claiming to be a jinn who had travelled from afar. Only later did her parents reveal that they bought the jewelry from a shaman, specifically to hold in maleficent spirit.
Shit. What was the girl, right? No, the bully. Fuck the bully.
The girl was fine. She was protected by the jinn. It's like that Naruto Ninetale situation.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with that vessel.
Well, yeah. What kind of a bully? Like, don't bully. Don't be a bully.
That's
bully woolly.
That's the main takeaway.
Yeah.
Don't be a bully.
Your tongue might swell up.
So basically, the story of Aladdin and what's his name in the 40 Thief all come from an Arabian book called Arabian Nights. So do you know how, like in Aladdin, they sing Arabian Nights at the beginning? The Arabian Nights is actually a book full of stories, Arabian stories. Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to see if we can get that.
Yeah, I had the original story of Aladdin. So the original story of Aladdin, in case you don't know what Aladdin is the Disney story that they made, which I'm just going to say the remake, the live action version, just as good as the animation. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but love it. So the original story of Aladdin is about a poor boy from China who was recruited by a sorcerer to retrieve a lamp from a magic cave with traps, as it goes. To do so, the wizard gives him an enchanted ring of protection, but also double crosses the kid and traps him in the cave. Aladdin rubs his hands together out of anxiety, and a jinn pops out and proceeds to teleport the boy with the magic lamp home. While home, Aladdin's mum cleans the lamp, and a second jinn arrives on the scene. He becomes rich with an assist by Jinn number 2, marries the Sultan's daughter, and gets a palace. But the sorcerer returns and gets the lamp and its Jinn back, until Aladdin summons the first Jinn from the ring and takes on the bad guy. And then his more evil wizard brother, Jinn number 2, warns out of impending danger from the brother, and the good guys win the day.
So there were two jinns.
Two jinns.
Interesting. And he was not an Arabian Night. He was a Chinese guy. Not a knight. It's just a Chinese boy.
Chinese boy. It's pretty much the same as the Aladdin version, but, minus one jinn.
And Chinese.
And Chinese.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes.
China.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, though.
I know. It was very interesting. It was a lot more, a lot more destructive than I thought genies were going to be.
I always kind of thought they were chaotic.
Seemed a bit chaotic in the trickster way, I always.
Yeah.
But this is more in the way as like choking on your tongue, giving people seizures.
People will beat you up just to get out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Jesus.
Can you think of any like TV shows that have genies?
Well, we've talked about Aladdin. We've talked about 1,000 Years of Longing.
X-Files. Apparently, there's one in Wizards of Waverly Place.
Do you remember? Can you get a picture up? It might jog my memory.
I remember them going in the lantern. You are my Wizard of Waverly Place expert.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember her.
A tiny, tiny bit. But, yeah. There was also, like, in Descendants, there was, like, a spin-off music video thing with, like, a genie.
Oh, the genie in a bottle song.
Yeah. Where they swap places. But I'm trying to think. There was also references to Djinn and Supernatural.
Oh my god, yeah, there's that episode where he gives him his dream life.
Yeah.
That was a Djinn, wasn't it?
Yeah. But then that was different because the Djinn would have to keep the person alive. And your dream life was basically just you dreaming. And they would be feeding off of you.
Yes, because I read something that Djinn are also like vampires where they can suck the energy from
that's what they were doing. So it was like, oh, we're giving you your wishes come true, but you're actually basically in a coma while it's feeding you, which is very dark.
Well, it's kind of like a happy death, you know?
Yeah, but you're thinking, oh yeah, my family is here with me and like they're fine. And,
I'd rather that
got
than
his mum back and like, you know, meanwhile his brother is like fighting for his life in the real world.
I'm just saying that's like a friendly death rather than choking on your tongue.
Yeah, it is a friendly
death.
Yeah, but it's a trick.
It's always a trick.
But yeah, I guess I kind of do believe in Jim now. I would say you've changed my mind.
Right, because it's not as far-fetched as I once believed.
Yeah, it's like, especially if they can look like anyone.
Yes. Someone I know, we were talking about like creatures and laws. He was like specifically said, if you believe in, you know, mermaids and stuff, then you have to believe in like other realms, other dimensions, other energies.
Yeah, I think we've had very similar conversations like with that same person where we're all kind of, like, people would be like, oh, I don't believe in that, but I believe in this. And he'd be like, how can you believe in that but not the other? Yeah. And I kind of do get that to a certain extent where it's like people who are like, oh, I believe in this, but I don't believe in that. And then they're very similar. I'm like, what makes it different? Like,
yeah, I guess you could say the same with me with ghosts and Djinn.
And unicorns.
No, because ghosts are very similar to Djinn with like,
they are
like spirits
that
appear to be human. I don't know. I feel like because ghosts are tied to humans and not a separate entity, that makes me believe more that the Djinn could exist.
But do you believe in reincarnation?
Yes. Yeah.
But like, yes. Okay. But how can you believe that your soul gets transferred to like another being, but there isn't an in-between from where your soul is like trying to move on and then it can potentially come back to Earth as a spirit?
Because I feel like it's something that happens instantly. Your spirit, you just get pulled away. All the energy is reused. So you're not going to have an instance where you're just floating. You're getting taken. You're getting snatched. You're getting used in something else, mate.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Are you still unbelieving, yeah?
Of
Djinn?
I'm still believing, yes. Nice.
Then I guess we're both believers.
Hey.
I believe.
Hey, there's just like mermaids. So that's two things that we both believe in wholeheartedly. But I wish there was like more details on like where they lived. I know that it says that they live in the real world, but I remember in 1,000 Years of Longing where it showed like the smoke and fire dimension and it looked really cool. I was hoping to get like more pictures, more influence from that.
Hey, they don't want you to find them.
That's true. That's why they're hiding as rocks and jewelry.
Exactly. Come on, duh.
But no, that's pretty good. I really enjoyed researching.
Yeah, sounded really good. Yeah. Really interesting things.
And maybe it's inspired some people to believe more in djinns.
Exactly. That's what we always want. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Stitches podcast where we talked about the Djinn. And we want to end this by saying, what would your 3 wishes be if you had the opportunity?
And hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks' time with another Stitches podcast.